Right, here we go. Bahrain Grand Prix. Let's start it off. 89 AI test. What's the difference between me and Max? Me in pole position, 3 tenths. Sector 1 was quite equal. Fairly surprising because I hate turn 1. Sector 2, he had 3 tenths on me. And Sector 3 was quite equal as well. So, iron out Sector 2, probably turn 10, and we should be good. Over to the race, and obviously because we were in the mid pack, we were obviously slower. Press the right arrows. Yeah, I was just slower the entire race. So, I don't even know why I've clipped the races. I guess because I can. Alright, let's go on to Saudi Arabia. Qualifying. Normally I like Saudi. I don't know what happened here. 2 tenths in the first sector, 3 tenths in the middle sector, and then 4 tenths in the final sector. I think the final sector was done a week ago today now. I'll explain the delays at the end of it. Week ago today, I can't remember any of it. I think the third sector was probably due to the final corner. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. I think I'm braking too early. I've tried sorting it out for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which I also did today on a Friday, this morning actually. The race, what can I say? Slower again because we were further down the grid. Really, I shouldn't be doing this race stuff because it's quite irrelevant actually. Australia then. 1 tenth in sector 1. Equal in sector 2, and then sector 3 we just lost half a second. If I had to put my finger on it, it'd probably be the turn 9, turn 10 chicane. Really don't enjoy going through there for some reason. I either cut turn 1, cut the first corner too much, or go too wide at the second one. I keep trying to call them turn 11 and turn 12. They're not anymore. They're turn 9 and turn 10. The race, how was that? Much better, actually. We were within half a second every lap except lap 2. Ignoring lap 1 for everything, of course, because that's irrelevant. So, yeah, lap 2. That was probably an overtake in there somewhere. So that's why there's a big disparity in the gap. Yeah, sector 1. Probably an overtake. So, not too bad. Let's go on to Imola. This time we were a lot closer in qualifying. 2 tenths in the first sector, probably with 2 chicanes. Middle sector, we were a tenth quicker, which is actually quite surprising, but it's probably because of the high speed stuff, which is why I like Saudi so much. And then the middle sector was just, the final sector was just a tenth slower, and I think that probably had something to do with the final corner and not being able to get good enough acceleration to compete with Hamilton, who got pole this time around, resulting in 3 tenths slower at the end of the lap. In the race, Hamilton won, I believe, and for the most part, we were quicker or on par with him. We were slower by 3 tenths on lap 2. Lap 3 and 4 we were quicker, and then lap 5 he was quicker. So quite on par actually. Spain, Miami, never mind, Miami. Fairly equal in sector 1. Sector 2, 5 tenths. Probably the Mickey Mouse section. Hate it. The car always wants to spin through the 2 curb, the little hill bit. And then sector 3, I just can't get a good run out of turn 16, I think it is. And so that holds me back throughout the whole of sector 3, which is just a straight. So, yeah. The race, I think it held me back as well because I weren't able to make many places, and that shows with lap times being stuck behind lots of AI and roughly 2 seconds slower than max everywhere, every lap, between 1 and 2 seconds. Now Spain, and this was the only time. Never mind. I think no. This was the only time I was on pole, I think. Sector 1, we have a 10th advantage. Sector 2, Lewis got a 2/10th advantage. So at the moment, Lewis is a 10th ahead. Then Sector 3, smack it in, 1/10 quicker, bringing the overall lap time to be within 18 milliseconds. So that was really good. But I think that was the best we had overall. So yeah, would have liked to have done it on more occasions. But the race, we lost pole, we lost the lead, and as you can see, we were quicker than Lewis everywhere, but couldn't capitalise on that, and so we had to finish second. Monaco, my least favourite, and it was one of my better circuits actually. Sector 1, only 2/10 off max. I do like Sector 1. Sandvolt, not too bad. Then Tabac, no, that's Sector 2. Casino Square, and then after that, hate it. Although I was a 10th quicker, so I think I had an AI in front of me, so I was able to follow them through Sector 2. So I was able to take a good line. I was able to get a good run through Lowe's and Fairmont Hairpin, so we didn't actually lose too much time. But Sector 3 lost 3/10, and that's actually what lost me to pole, because we were off pole by just under 4/10. So I wasn't expecting pole. I was kind of expecting last, but we didn't get last. We got top 10, I think. So not too bad. The race, yeah, couldn't really do anything. Just around 2 seconds slower every lap. A little bit quicker on after lap 2. Baku, then, and I'm really slow around here for whatever reason. 9/10 in Sector 1. So I think that's turn 2 and not being able to get a good run. Sector 2, 2/10. I think that could be the castle section and not taking enough speed through there, and then through the long straight with 5 corners to finish out Sector 2. And then Sector 3, we just get a terrible run out of turn 16, and so we lose 2/10 to max, meaning that we were 1.4 seconds slower. Very enjoyable. The race then was a second slower everywhere. Lap 2, we're just over it, we're about 2 seconds slower. And then the rest of the race, we were within a second of him, which is not too bad actually. Canada, and then I quite like Canada. It was my favourite circuit in the 2011 game. 4/10 slower in Sector 1. When I say my favourite circuit in this 2011 game, the game, if you can remember, the game used to come up with pop-ups in between the loading screens, and it said my favourite was Canada, and I think it was because that was where I was the quickest against the AI. How the turns have tabled. 3/10 slower in Sector 2 versus 4/10 slower in Sector 1, and Sector 3 2/10 slower as well overall. 9/10 slower across the entire lap. The race then, we were at the back of the grid, we couldn't do anything, and so that's reflected in the 1 second slower every lap except lap 2. On to Great Britain then, and we just missed out on pole. 1/10 quicker in Sector 1, 1/10 quicker in Sector 2, and unfortunately we just lost 2/10 in Sector 3, and so that resulted in just under a tenth slower in across the whole lap. But yeah, it was really annoying. But in the race, we were much quicker than the AI, and I think I won it actually. Yeah, because for me, the Great Britain photo for me comes before the Great Britain photo for the AI, meaning I took it first because I was first. Anyway, yeah, we were quicker every lap after lap 1, except lap 5, 5/10 slower. Just made a mistake in Sector 2, it looks like, but it's all good. And Sector 3, there's a large mistake there, but it was all good. On to Austria then. Already halfway through this, which is good, making good speed. Matching Verstappen in Sector 1. Sector 2, we were 3/10 slower. In Sector 3, we were a tenth slower, so overall resulting in 4/10 slower across the entire lap. Yes, I know I said 2 and 1/10, but I missed it. It was what? More like just under 3/10 in Sector 2, and then Sector 3 was about half tenth, and then Sector 1 was about a quarter of a tenth slower. So yeah, that's why it's 4/10 at the end of the lap. The race, dreadful. Within a second every lap, except lap 5 and lap 2. I don't know why I keep saying every lap, because it's not every lap. 1.4 slower on lap 2, so I think there was an overtake somewhere. And then lap 5 was 1.7 slower, so I think there was an overtake as well. On to France, and then we go. Sector 1, 3/10 slower. I'm normally quite quick around France, but Sector 1 is quite slow, so that's why I'm quite slow there. Sector 2, we were a tenth slower, so need to get a better run on out of turn 7, turn 5. You brake for turn 5, and then you don't brake until turn 8. So yeah, need to get a good run out of there. And then Sector 3, just a tenth slower, so maybe taking a little bit more speed through the final corner onto the main straight. The race then, we were a second slower, no more everywhere. Actually, it was close to half a second everywhere. Lap 2 was 1.3 seconds, but lap 3 was 3/10. Lap 4 was 6/10, and lap 5 was 4/10. So not too bad. If only we can make it quicker. Hungary. No, I had to. Haha, what a funny joke. Hungary, Budapest. 3/10 slower in Sector 1. I'm turning in too early for turn 1, I think. I need to try and turn in later, but whenever I try and turn in later, I just miss the apex, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think I'm turning in too early, so what I need to do is turn in later, but turn in more, because I'm turning in early, but progressively, so that I hit the apex. What I need to do is turn in late, but more, so that I hit the apex. Sector 2, we are 5/10 slower. Those chicanes really messed me up. And then the final sector, we were 10th slower, resulting in 9/10 slower across the entire lap. Yeah, Hungary's the worst one on here, I think. In terms of the race, we were at the back of the grid, so we couldn't actually do anything. So yeah, we're between a second and 2 seconds slower than Max at the front of the grid. On to Belgium then. Notoriously, I don't think that's the right word to use. Notorious normally means something bad. Famously, my best circuit. Although we didn't quite get pole. 2 tenths lost in sector 1. So I think we need to sort out the source and we'll be able to get the perfect meatballs for spaghetti and meatballs. Last source jokes have probably been overused, so that was probably a bit cringy. 3 tenths lost in sector 2, and then sector 3, 3 tenths. No, 3 tenths gain in sector 2, and then 3 tenths lost in sector 3. So the just over 1 tenth in sector 1 meant that we were just under 1 tenth slower at the end of the lap. And in the race, we weren't quite able to get first. Dropped down to 4th at the beginning of the race, then tried coming back at Leclerc too late in the race, so we were only able to get 2nd. Yeah, 2 warnings for track limits and then a warning for collision with Verstappen on lap 4. But we were quicker than Leclerc the entire after lap 2, which was annoying. Netherlands then, quite enjoy this circuit as well. And that's shown by the fact that we've got pole by a 10th. Never mind, I got Spain wrong. This was our best circuit. Just quicker in sector 1, half a tenth, bang on. Sector 2, half a tenth slower. Not bang on this time. And then sector 3, we were a tenth quicker, meaning that across the entire lap, how much quicker? I don't think I said. About half a tenth quicker in sector 3. So overall, it meant we were half a tenth quicker, ending the end of the lap to give us pole for only the 2nd time. The race, we were quicker the entire. Not quite. We were quicker every lap except we were quicker 2, 3, 4, but lap 5 we were 4 tenths slower. I can't be bothered to work out if I won the race or not. So we'll just go on to Italy, the last circuit on today's schedule, and didn't start well. 2 tenths slower in sector 1. Technically, that's just over a tenth. Sector 2 was just over a tenth again, and sector 3, a tenth and a quarter, and so that obviously meant we were just over 3 tenths slower by the end of the lap. It didn't matter anyway because I don't know what's been going on, but I've been getting terrible starts, and so yeah, we could start pole or start 20th, but I'll still be 20th by turn 1. The race was slightly good. Quicker, never. Max always quicker, and by a second at most. 8 tenths at least, at minimum. So that was quite poor from me actually, but yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So let's go on to the full comparisons. Here's the AI comparisons in the races. As you can see, the dark blue is lap 1, the orange is lap 2, the silver is lap 3, the yellow is lap 4, and the light blue is lap 5, with the average without lap 1, the green. If it did include the dark blue, it'd show if I won the race or not. As you can see, Italy was the worst in the race. Netherlands and Belgium the best in the race, with Great Britain, Imola, and Spain closely followed. Monaco wasn't too bad, it was quite consistent. Canada was consistent if lap 2 didn't exist. Saudi Arabia could have been a little bit more consistent. Miami was quite all over the place. Austria wasn't too bad. So yeah, I don't think I took a different photo without the blue bars. Yeah, I didn't. Well done. That means we're going straight to the qualifying one. And sorry if this hurts your eyes. I tried to do it like the sectors on the track maps. And if you've ever gone on f1.com, you'll know that the track maps show Sector 1 as red, Sector 2 is blue, Sector 3 is a kind of orangey yellow, and I just did slow sector yellow for the entire lap. And so this was qualifying. So as you see, Azerbaijan was the worst with Sector 1. Followed shortly by Hungary and Saudi Arabia. Very disappointed in Saudi Arabia. And Spain being the only one we got pole. Netherlands doesn't look correct. I thought I got pole at Netherlands. I did. I've done Netherlands wrong. Whoops. Wait. I think I flipped Netherlands round. Yeah, I have, slightly. So, all of them are correct except Netherlands. Netherlands needs to be flipped round. Yeah. Judging by it, it's all the slow sectors. Except Spain. Spain's a weird one. It looks like it's all the slow sectors that need to be improved. So yeah, I'll try and work on that. After the other 6 races, I'll be doing time trials for 20 minutes on the first half of the season. So let's see. And for anyone that wants to know if I've progressed, the AI test that I did at the end of last season, I am 4/10 quicker than those lap times, which to me sounds like progress. Let's see if we can get another 4/10 at the end of this season. See if we can actually make it 6/10 in progress. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. On to my favourite part then, circuit grades, because I like analytical stuff. So here they are listed. What? This was qualifying, right? Oh, Canada. I completely missed Canada. Whoops. Canada was second worst. With Spain, I've messed up Netherlands. Netherlands is incorrect. I don't know how I've got that. Oh, I know I've got it incorrect because it's in the wrong way round. Because my screenshot comes first, and then the AI screenshot. Normally it's the AI screenshot, which is why I thought my screenshot was the AI. Anyway, I'll change that for the next season because the next 2 episodes are already done. Azerbaijan, Canada, Hungary, Saudi Arabia, Australia, the worst, need improvement. I should explain the grades. Grade 1, a second slower or more. Grade 1, between a second and 7/10, a grade 2. I mean, you can probably see that. Between 7/10 and 4/10, a grade 3. Between 4/10 and a 10th, grade 4. Really surprised to see Monaco in there. It doesn't feel right. Within a tenth either side, grade 5, Belgium, Great Britain, Netherlands, and Spain. The only odd one out there is Spain, not normally up there. And there is no grade 6, 7, 8, and 9, but they're the exact same on the other side. So grade 6 is grade 4, but when I'm quicker, grade 7 is grade 3, but when I'm quicker, grade 8 is grade 2, but when I'm quicker, and grade 9 is grade 1, but when I'm quicker by a second or more. And then the ones on the right are just based on how many there are. Because there's 16 of them here, the grades get split even. I say evenly. They get split like a triangle, so that grade 5 has the most, and then grade 4 and 6 have the same, but less than in the middle. Grade 3 and 7 have the same, but less than 4 and 6. Grade 2 and 8 have the same, but less than 3 and 7. And then grade 1 and grade 9 have the same, and the least. Obviously, grade 3 and 4 have the same, and grade 1 and grade 2 have the same, even though that doesn't make sense. Rounding, that's why that makes sense. Now, here they are all together. So, as you can see, I have the AI, the performance, the circuit, the lap time, and the gap, and the grades. The grades have now been adjusted to fit all the circuits. So as you can see, Azerbaijan, Canada, Hungary, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Miami, and France worse enough to be on the first page of, I think, 70 of these. I think 19 fit on each of these. And there is 4 full of them. And then add 17 and you get the amount that I have. And I'm just going to quickly do the maths. 93 circuits. 93 are listed at the moment. So yeah, 7 of the 16 circuits that I did last week, were worse enough to be on the front page of 93. Wow. I've just realised that needed to be lapped, and now I have to sit through 4 minutes to find out when that began. Next bit: Monaco, Austria, Italy, Bahrain, Imola, Belgium, Great Britain, Netherlands, and Spain. The rest of them, all within the second one. Is it disappointing? I don't know. I mean, the fact that we have only one is good. I'd rather have more 5s than 1s. To be honest, I'd rather have more 5s than 9s. Because 9s are unlikely. 9s means I've done something wrong. For the left-hand side. For the right-hand side, it means I've done something wrong as well, because they have to get grade 9s on the left-hand side to get a grade 9 on the right-hand side. Why have I done 2 grades? 2 different ways of representing how well I've done. So yeah, as you can see, the other AI tests that are in here are Alpine 79 AI. They only go to Belgium, Netherlands. We have Williams AI. You'll see that somewhere. You'll see Alpine with none. That means it was time trial. So yeah, Williams 59 AI, because that's what I was doing. No, to be honest, that should have been 79 AI. Alpine 79 AI, because that's what I'm doing this season. Because it's what I was doing next season. Next one. As you can see, more Williams again, 59 equal. That's 59 equal. Nothing really to explain there. Also, again, none and Williams time trial. A lot of 5s, grade 5s, grade 6s, 7s, and 8s and 9s. As you can see now, a lot of Williams 59 AI. It's low AI. It'll be much better for 2023. Because it'll be AI that are closer to me. And then the 5th one, yeah, a lot of Williams, a lot of equal, and a lot of 59. So yeah, that's it. That's all of it. I'm just going to work out how many. I like numbers, so that's why I represent all of it like this. Do I have to represent it like this? Absolutely not. Do I? Yes. Will I continue to? Absolutely. Will I ever stop? I don't think so. But that is going to wrap it up here. 31 minutes, wow. And I've got to do it all again tomorrow for the next 6 races and the time trials. But that video will probably be coming out Tuesday because this week, oh boy, if I had the worst week. Didn't feel well Tuesday. And so I couldn't really do anything Wednesday. Thursday, bloody hell, my phone's SD card died, got corrupted, so I didn't waste time, I had to try and fix that. And then today, my laptop's charger decides that it's going to be unreliable, and so I am banking on it turning off at any minute. Surprised it's last 30 minutes actually. It'll probably turn off in a second now. But yeah, it's been quite a bad week. There's supposed to be 3 videos out this week. There's only going to be 2, and I'm not even sure that this is going to be out on Saturday. It'll probably be out on Sunday. But yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, this is episode 76. So I've got to do episode 77, 78. Episode 77 should have been out Saturday. Probably today. Probably yesterday. Episode 78, 79, and 80 should have been out next week. And I've just raced episode 80, which is round 2, Saudi Arabia on 79 AI. Did that this morning. That should be out next week. But instead, it'll be 77, 78, and 79 because I've had to push back a week. But you don't care about any of that, do you? What you do care about is if I've won the championship or not. So I'm just going to quickly get a random number generator and find out when or if I retired from any of the Grand Prix. Because that's quite important actually. So, actually I need to record it. Right, I'm just going to pause here and start recording with my phone. So, here we are. I've got a spinner. There's 11 numbers because Alonso retired from 2 of the Grand Prix. So he retired from 1/11th of the Grand Prix in the season. So I'm taking that to be 1/11th. 1 out of 11 chance of me retiring from any race. So if it lands on the number 1, I have retired from that race. So the first race we got Bahrain. Did I retire? No. Saudi Arabia. No. Australia. No. It's getting quite close to number 1 actually. Please be Monaco. Imola. No. It's Miami. We retire from Miami. What a surprise. Spain. Oh my god. Monaco. If I don't get a number 1. Okay. Azerbaijan. That's actually quite good. I've only got 1 retirement at the moment. I can have a maximum up to 7, I'm saying. And I'd still win the championship. Canada. I've got this on the right so I can see what races. No retirement from Canada. Great Britain. Please don't. Oh my god. No retirement from Britain. Austria. Oh my god, that's such a weak spin. No retirement from Austria. France. Wow. Focus. Don't want to focus. There we go. That was close. No retirement from France. Now I don't want to focus. Hungary. No retirement. Belgium. My hands are aching now. Netherlands. No retirement. It's looking good. Italy. No retirement. Now, technically I can only retire from 5 more races because we've got 6 races left, but one of them was Singapore and I already retired from Singapore. So only 5 races I can retire, and that basically means I want a championship. I can't retire enough to lose a championship. I'm still going to do it. Singapore. Damn, I was hoping that would be a retirement. Japan. No retirement. USA. No retirement. Mexico. No retirement. Leaving the final 2. Brazil and Abu Dhabi. Such a weak spin. No retirement. Abu Dhabi. No retirement. So, in the end, that is 1 retirement from the entire season, meaning that we have won the entire championship. Now, a lot of N's and 1R make no sense to you, but I'll try and put the flag above each one for what race they mean. I've just realised I look like I'm in the reflection of that. I'll get a screenshot and put an overlay. Okay, right, that is truly it. I'll see you next time for more AI tests and time trial. Let's go.